Let's talk.
Nerd!
Warning, this show contains spoilers.
A free game.
We are live. Welcome back, everyone, to Let's Talk Nerds Weekly Not So Weekly podcast with your host, Spatial Hornet, co-host Alley Cat, and Reno.
Hello.
Now, it's been a little while since we had our last podcast. We had a lot of exciting developments. We have progressed in our cooking channel. We have actually finished a whole video. Not uploaded yet, but we have actually finished a whole video. We have also learned that we will not be doing any barbecuing episodes until at least August or September.
Until
Why?
it gets down to at least 90 degrees.
Yeah, we're not. It's too damn hot out right now to be doing like a lot of grilling and barbecuing, especially like during the middle of the day. Maybe during the evening could work, but obviously we don't usually work or record during the evening. So,
Mm-hmm.
so yeah.
We do some baking.
Well, yeah, we're probably gonna do lots of kitchen content, but as far as like that type of, we just don't expect that kind of content for cooking wise until probably more so August when we start uploading that once a week. Because yeah, no, that was awful. Because like the heat, like here we live in Arizona, shit's like 110 degrees, and then you combine it with, the hot ass smoker. It's not a very good combination.
Yeah.
It's also bright as fuck during the day, so hard to record outside. Like Reno's phone literally overheated in 10 minutes
Yeah.
of trying to
believe it.
record.
Can't record with my phone outside.
Yeah, that was the other thing we discovered. That thing took, I don't even think it was 10 minutes. I literally, I don't even know if it was 5. Like that thing overheated trying to record like instantly.
We came in, bring the food out so it could be by the grill, and by the time we were recording, we only like did an intro and then the screen turned black. I had to put it in the fridge.
Yeah, we were just trying. We were just trying to show us putting the meat into the smoker, and it was funny. But yeah, so that's going along well. Actually, we're progressing in that. We're still excited for that. Twitch streams have actually been doing really well. Doing a lot of For Honor lately, which has brought in a lot of people actually. And a lot of people are looking to.
We're at 62 followers right now. We gained like 6 or 7 in the past week.
Yeah, a lot of people I think I figured it out though. There's not a lot of good For Honor streamers, so it's not a lot of competition.
Yeah. It's not like. I mean, when we were gonna raid someone, there's probably like 15 people streaming it.
Well, yeah, 15 people, and like most of them are like not really the best streamers. Not gonna lie, it's hard to find someone worth actually rating because a lot of their streams were either just weird or they were saying some out of pocket shit.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't need.
I can't download that game.
What? You can't download For Honor?
I tried to download it so I could do the tutorial again, but you have to, since we're family sharing the Xbox Game Pass, it won't let me because I don't have an actual Ubisoft subscription.
You can try downloading it on Xbox and play it with me.
You don't need to be.
think-
Oh, I did. I tried to. Well, I could play it on
Count.
the actual console, but I won't be able to play it on the computer.
Well, his Ubisoft account will say he doesn't actually own the game, though.
Oh, I see. So it's not his account. Only one Ubisoft account can be on the Xbox Pass.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, unless you're playing it on the Xbox.
Yeah,
So
on the
I could
Xbox
play it
itself.
on the Xbox. But yeah, so I can't play any of the stuff on the computer. I think Ubisoft and I think there was another one too. EA Sports, you can't play any of those games.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah.
But
Sad.
I'm having a good time with it. It's been fun. Community's loving it, so expect more of that content. Helldivers been pretty fun. They had a new war bond about 2 weeks ago now, I think. It was all police themed. I think it was supposed to be like Judge Dredd themed. There's an armor you can buy from the Superstore right now, which is a little overpriced, but I think you have to pay like 500 super credits to get the helmet and the body armor. And then they also have a pistol in the Superstore, which I actually bought because I had the leftover credits, which is still overpriced though. but it's 300 super credits, and it is a auto-locking pistol. The pistol has medium armor penetrating.
What I
walks on.
need. That's what I need.
Yeah, probably. It was fun to play with a little bit. I haven't really got to test it out too much, but I did test out a lot of the other stuff. There's a new assault rifle that has medium arm penetration, has stun, which a lot of people, as far as I can tell, are liking against illuminate enemies because you can stun the staff guys and the jetpack guys by just shooting them
that's
normally.
nice. Yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
'Cause there's always a lot of those guys chasing after you.
Yeah. Grenade's okay. It's kind of like a stun grenade that you stick on the enemies, and then the new guard dog canine is pretty nice. It actually is pretty good at not shocking your teammates.
So it doesn't kill them.
Yeah, it's
I think the gun 2 hits and you're dead.
yeah, or sometimes I think he can one shot you if you want, but no, I think it shoots. It's not really like the arc thrower. It's more like that shotgun, electric shotgun that you can get in one of the war bonds. More like a pulse that like travels.
Oh, okay.
So it's not like a huge arc that like so yeah, it's a pretty decent war bond. I mean, I enjoyed the last one a lot more, I'm not gonna lie. The one with the what was that?
Why?
I just had more fun with it. I mean, it can't obviously. I mean, I might be a little biased because it came out like right before Super Earth Battle, but like the grenade in that was so nice because you could hold 6 of them and it does very big AOE damage and fire, and the gun was fun. I'm trying to think what was the other. The flag was useless. I mean, the flag was just for lulz, but the gun was fun.
They should have it where you could throw the flag like a spear.
I mean, but still, I mean,
Where it explodes, that would be funny. Right.
But yeah, so those were cool. But I mean, I don't know, they're probably still about probably equal if you're looking at like actual utility. But so yeah,
That's right.
then you have but yeah, I don't know. I'm still kind of waiting honestly with Helldivers because like yeah, they've added like the leveling up guns, which is okay, but I'm still waiting for them to just add the freaking level 6 ship upgrades.
Yeah.
I really don't know what they're waiting for.
Visual besides your armor. I'm not gonna lie.
Whoa. I mean, I want something to spend my damn samples on, and I want to be able to upgrade my ship. Like, the funny thing is like they even they accidentally leaked that they have level 6, at least level 6 ship concepts or upgrades available in the game, that the game version that the devs themselves used, because one of the devs was walking around their ship and they had double railgun cannons in the front, where usually you only have like the one big one. So
you were like,
well, yeah, they like usually there's one, and then there's like now there's 2 of them, and it's kind of just like, well, why aren't you like adding these? Like, you obviously have the concepts. You just give us an extra. I mean, and most of these upgrades aren't even that complicated. It's like lower the time limit on certain like call-ins, or make it so you have double shots of something. You know?
Yeah, I wonder how the programming works for your account or your profile. It to like be like, all right, it's like, yes no with a 010 when you code, and then it changes it so then it's only for you for that to work instead of like everyone.
Well, it's probably just a different version of the game that other people don't have access to. It's for like testing purposes. Some of it might not even work. Like it might. I mean, the double cannon on the ship might just be a visual thing, honestly, and it might not even work yet in their version of the game. It's just there. What I'm saying is they have the concept. They know what they have to do, and they've done upgrades before, so they should know how to implement upgrades. They just haven't. So. Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder. I don't know. You got to be really creative with like this type of game, because it's all like functional, and you want to create things that can be used versus just visuals.
Yeah. I mean, obviously that. I mean, I mean, yeah, functionality is very important. I just don't know what they're like waiting for because, damn, I think it's been almost a year since we've had level 5 ship upgrades. Maybe not quite that dramatic, but it's been a long time. Nothing's been added. What do you think, Reno?
From ship upgrades, yeah. I have samples that I haven't used in a while. That's why I don't really care about them. But I still like collecting them just for other people. But there's really no point for me collecting them. And I think I upgraded everything in like the first 2 months we played the game.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm looking at the Naraka thing I sent you.
The Persona crossover.
I
Right,
kind
that's
of
what
just
it is.
want to play just for the skins, man.
Who has the skins?
Back to Naraka again.
And you guys can watch it, but it's
That is a game you can play, Reno, and not suck at.
Yeah, I am
Enough,
pretty
it'll-
good at Naraka.
Don't know how good we'd be at it right now.
Hey, yeah, I
But-
think I'd have to get
but
the
we should-
kinks out, but
We probably won't suck. I mean, I wonder if Chance will
Yeah.
play, because Chance literally cosplayed as Joker from Persona at our first convention together.
isn't
that's one of
Joker?
the outfits.
Isn't
I
he
don't know if you can see
also?
that.
That's an anime, isn't it? He's from an anime.
Well, the anime was based off the video game Persona.
Kind of like,
Oh,
kind of.
okay.
Yeah,
I don't know if you guys can see.
there's
that.
like 5 games. Kinda, not entirely, but
That's the Whip Girl. Was
Yeah.
kind of It looks really cool. I think it'd be just fun. I never was really great at the combos, but I liked running around and parkouring.
yeah, you liked climbing shit.
Yeah, the skins are pretty good.
I mean, I'm sure they've changed some stuff up. It'd be fun to revisit. See if I can maybe climb back to the top 500 again.
Did Wolf play it much?
You never could load into a game without getting kicked.
Oh yeah, that was that game. Yeah, that game had a lot of.
Yeah, a lot of server issues with that game. Like Rash had troubles joining and staying games too. Phoenix was able to stay in for some reason. But yeah, a lot of people had problems with that game.
Phoenix is a long range. He likes long range though when he plays that.
Oh yeah, you should not expect much melee help from him until he's like the last one standing. Just expect him
He just looks around. He's like, "Ooh, pretty."
if you find any yellow weapons, you should pretty much just
Take
yeah.
Take it.
Well, no, you should probably if you find any yellow range weapons, you should probably just give it to him because he will
Oh.
use whatever he
Yeah, he-
has.
Yeah, he definitely utilizes the long range.
I
Yeah.
was thinking, well, didn't you, Reno and Phoenix and I play a couple rounds? And he was
Probably.
just like, pew pew pew.
Probably. That sounds like it. Like
probably,
him.
I mean, Yeah, he always likes far away, and then he'll come in when I'm all, I need help.
Yeah,
I'm dying here.
Yeah.
yeah.
But-
Uh-uh.
We'll take a look, see at it. But let's jump on into shows and movies. So we've actually, I mean, it's kind of be a little split section. Reno and I went with our families and watched How to Train Your Dragon live action, and I was very impressed. Actually, I thought live actions, can be very hit and miss, and I have very high standards for How to Train Your Dragon, and I was, very decently impressed. It was nice. What about you, Reno?
I enjoyed it a lot. I mean, I realized that Gerald Butler, who voiced the dad,
Yeah.
actually played him in the movie, so that was nice.
Yeah.
I researched a little bit more after I watched it. The director who directed the actual animation directed this one, and John Powell, he is the composer of the music for the old one, and he did the music to this one. So it
Nice.
felt very like, the first one. So they didn't really change the story up at
Mhm.
all, and
Yeah,
and
very
all the
very
dragons-
little story changes. Music was pretty much spot on.
And
Mhm.
the
How'd you
dragons
feel about
looked
that?
like the dragons. They didn't try to change anything of that, and it's just nice. I mean, it felt like kind of like a copy and paste of the old old one, but just with live people in it. And I think there was an extra 30 minutes for the new one. So,
well, the thing that the only thing that it took me a little bit to get used to, because I was used to the animation where all the adult Vikings running around were fucking like ginormous.
Oh yeah, they're all huge.
They're all freaking huge. And this, they obviously they had to just live action, so they had to actually look real. That took me a little bit, because when Stoic was like boxing the dragon, when they did it in the animation, he's like the same size as the dragon, like just punching him in the face. Yeah. But in this, obviously, he's like the dragon's a lot bigger than him, so that was kind of funnier. Like, it was funny to see those like differences, since like the size of the characters are so much different now. Like in the animation, like when they're doing by the way, we're going into spoilers now, so you guys kidding. But yeah, so in the animation, if you remember, like when the Grunkle, like the big rock dragon, like big, with the little wings, when it was going to try to eat Toothless in the first fight, remember like the one Viking, Galbert, he just grabs him with a hook by the mouth and just like drags him back into the cage. Where in the live action, he's a lot smaller of a person, so when he grabs it, he like puts his whole like rock hand in his mouth and then uses that to drag it, and then he like lets the fake hand go into the cage. So it's just funny to see like the difference of like mass impact. Like, yeah, of a different feeling of impact when you have like fight scenes and stuff, because it's supposed to be real, and so you don't just have these giant 6'5", 300-pound Vikings just like dragging Vikings around as much.
Yeah,
which is good. I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It's very funny when you compare the original to the live action, like those subtle differences. There is one thing I will say that as far as the story goes, and Kim said the CGI was amazing. I actually agree with that. CGI, like, those dragons were so clean.
The flying parts were good and crisp, but
and they did way too damn good of a job doing the stupid fish scene where he bites the fish. That I almost felt like I was going to hurl. They did way too good of a job of making it look like regurgitated food that he just bit into. And then he sat there and it was still in his mouth. It, like, he wouldn't wipe it off. It looked like he just threw up.
It was nasty. It was like all slimy, and you could just. It was gross.
Yeah, they did good at that. But another scene there's a scene that they removed from the live action, which kind of bugs me. Again, I like the movie overall. I'll give it like a 9 out of 10 versus like the animated to me is like a 10 out of 10. So there's a scene where, and Marino, you might remember this, where like Toothless and Hiccup are chilling and a bunch of little tiny dragons show up, and Toothless shoots.
I just watched the anime like 2 days ago too.
So you know the scene where he like shoots fire into the little dragon's mouth and it, like, blows him up?
Yeah.
That scene's not in the live action.
Yeah, because that's when he brings all the fish, I think, and stuff. I don't remember that scene in live action. Could they not get the stuff down?
I don't know why they didn't, but it kind of sucks because that scene is when Hiccup reveals that they're not fireproof on the inside, and he uses that knowledge later on to know that he can shoot fire into the big dragon.
Oh,
blow him up. So I mean, but that's just me, and that's just me being like super critique because I'm just a mega fan of that movie franchise. So to your average viewer who probably hasn't even like Monica, apparently Monica had never watched the animated movie, so she actually cried and I think your wife bawled too, right?
She cried. Yeah, she was crying.
Yeah.
But she's watched.
Yeah, but Monica had never actually seen the animation, so she was just like sitting there like, oh my god, like she was like so genuinely worried
like
about
her.
scenes.
Do it again. Do it again.
Oh my god. Like she was worried. So especially at the end when like, you know, we think he might die or whatever. She was just like, no. It was so funny to see the genuine reactions to stuff. Yeah. Yeah, Kim, she's adorable. Gosh. Yeah. But yeah, I would recommend it. I think if DreamWorks keeps making live action films, I feel, and it's going to be really ironic because DreamWorks has kind of been that studio that takes risk on things and also tries to like take what Disney does and like do it better.
And they always make sure that they're not just BSing it either, because they're like, oh, this idea could be good. Like if it doesn't work well, they're like, we're just not gonna.
Yeah.
We're not gonna even like make it public that we're working on it. We're just gonna be like,
we're just going to do it. And so I feel like if they try to do more of their live action stuff, because I've been thinking about more. I mean, live action Megamind, live action what's it called? Live action Shrek. I mean, they already have a play of Shrek, so I feel like that'd be an easy adaptation. Kung Fu Panda.
The problem is with Disney is sometimes they change up the story too much, or you know, like I like Lilo and Stitch. It was a good movie to me, but like you said, they didn't have one of the characters that were in there, and it just kind of messed it up for you and a lot of other people. Mm-hmm. So when they just exclude some stuff, you know, it's going to be.
Well, they also kind of like.
Not as good.
I don't know what exactly they were going for, but a lot of people even said that they ruined the whole message of Mohana. Oh, no, not Moana.
Ohana.
What is it? Yeah,
Mohana.
that.
Ohana.
Mohana.
Ohana. There's no M.
Ohana.
Ohana.
There we go. Anyway, they ruined the whole message
Moana?
of like, oh yeah, Moana. Moana. But they ruined the whole message of that about like keeping family together and not splitting up at the end because she still left.
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess they have the portal so they can see each other whenever they want. But you know, in the movie they like stay together and never, you know.
Well, they didn't, and in the cartoon too. She didn't like lose out on college or anything like that. She was basically just working.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they never really hinted. I don't know if they just wanted to give the sister more of an actual character.
Yeah.
Besides just, I'm trying to be a parent now. But I don't know. I feel like I haven't got to rewatch them recently, but I remember watching them a lot as a kid. Even like the sequels, because there's like 3 Lilo and Stitch movies and a whole cartoon. Like she has a pretty solid.
It's not even really about her though. The whole story's not about her. It's just supposed to be silliness and like.
Well, yeah, I mean, it is supposed to be about family sticking together and Stitch trying not to get arrested.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And fight his urges of mass destruction, apparently.
Yeah, but I mean, what I liked about what DreamWorks did is basically it's kind of like an extended version. I mean, they didn't try to change everything up and stuff like that, so you could watch the cartoon and you know the animation is really good. It's straightforward, and when you're watching the new one, the live action, it's just an extension of that. So
yeah,
it's just a continuation or just the movie. It is just the movie. There's no difference.
Yeah, there's no real big difference. I mean, they just did a great job, especially, you know, casting some of the same people and the director and stuff like that. I mean, it was just a good movie. If you like How to Train a Dragon, you should definitely watch it.
Yeah. Well, that was good to know that Monica actually didn't watch it because, I mean, she had a genuine, like, she had nothing to compare it to and she loved it.
Yeah.
I will say, because there are some people out there who, for one reason or another, they don't like animation. They don't want to watch cartoons, or they don't, you know, for whatever reason. I mean, I'll never understand it, but, you know, some people find it too childish or too weird. for those people who still want to
on
watch.
the other side, I don't like real life. I just want anime. I want to escape from my feelings in the real world.
Well, yeah, but I mean, you can still have escapism in live action stuff, and that's what I was going to say is, if you still want to enjoy the amazing story that is How to Train Your Dragon, now people can, because they have a live action of it without fucking over the whole story, like without.
Well, and you could look into How to Train a Dragon world, and you could see it, like Vikings and dragons. I mean, stuff like that. You could picture that, that it could be real. I mean, because dragons could have been real way back then, and Vikings could have wiped them out. You never know. But with some of the Disney stuff, like The Lion King, I really did not enjoy that live action because the expression of the lions and stuff like that, and it's hard to believe, of talking things like those kind of animals like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Animals are a little hard, especially if it's the only.
I am interested to see what
The Lion King, the actual animation of The Lion King, I love that, but I just do not like the live action. I don't think they hit the expressions that well, and I just don't like how they call it live action either. That's one of my big pet peeves about that. But I love Lion King, the actual Disney animation. I love 1 and 2 and the songs and stuff like that. But I just do not like the live actions.
Kim says she agrees with you. Yeah. Well, I just wonder because there's ways to do, because like I said, if they are ever going to do, like, if DreamWorks wants to keep doing this, they're going to have to figure it out with like Kung Fu Panda, because that's all animals. Yeah. But if you look at stuff like Sonic, right? Sonic, I mean, he's a bipedal hedgehog. They made him have very good facial expression, so there's ways.
Looks a little weird, but
Well, not as bad as it was when they first started. Do you guys remember when they first
started it? Yeah,
shit was fucking
his
disgusting.
Actual development of him. I mean, and then they're all simple. Simple is better with animation. Just like if they tried to make the dragons like dinosaurs, it wouldn't have been the same. It just wouldn't have. Or even if they made the dragons like the Lord of the Rings, where you see that fire dragons. In Lord of the Rings, that works, but in How to Train a Dragon, it wouldn't be the same.
Well, I don't know. Lord of the Rings had very good creatures, I think. Hi, Skylar.
Thank you. Come on, come say hi. Come on.
But no, Kim just
Come here. Don't be shy.
Skylar's making a guest appearance.
Squat down.
Hi.
Squat. Down. Say hi.
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 He asked what I'm doing. What does it look like I'm doing?
But no, Kim just literally put it on the nose too. They know their live actions are trash. That's why they pay A-list celebs to play as voice actors. Yeah, I think, wasn't Rihanna or was it Beyonce? Someone was Nala in The Lion King, right?
Yeah.
One of those two.
Beyonce.
Beyonce, yeah. Rihanna is Smurfette, I think now, or been Smurfette, but.
Yeah.
Oh, Beyonce's daughter and Beyonce. Yeah, so.
Kung Fu Panda could, I don't know. Raya the Last Dragon could be really pretty as a live action.
But that just came out. I think they are making.
But it's 2021, but still.
Well, they're making live action Moana right now. I think live action Frozen's in the make. I would love to see a live action Tangled. That's my favorite, second favorite, Disney movie or princess movie besides Aladdin.
Yeah, and I like the songs in Tangled also.
Yeah, Tangled has really good songs. Especially the lantern scene. The lantern scene in live action would be
really
so
easy,
good.
Though, if they're not careful.
Oh yeah. Well, I like the music in Frozen 2, or Frozen. Well, and Frozen 2, I guess. But I watched it so many times
Why? You act like you had kids during its prime or something. Like young ass
Or
kids.
something.
I mean, that was like morning till I went to bed watching that, and okay, those songs were. I liked it the first.
Sing it for me,
2 or
Reno.
3
Sing it
times.
for me.
What
What
was
are the
your
songs?
what was your favorite
Letting
song?
it
What was your
go!
damn that was scratchy as
God.
fuck.
What was your favorite song, Reno?
I don't even remember. I told you I like avoided that
Tuned it
movie for
out.
so long now that I don't even remember what the songs are.
I'll have a binge
Yeah.
session of all like the Disney like animation movies.
Princess.
Well, princess movies as
All
well, but
princess
also the other. I mean, they have other musicals, don't they? I mean, wouldn't Hunchback of Notre Dame be a musical as well?
Did they have music? In that?
Probably.
I
Yeah,
haven't
yeah, they
watched
did.
that
I mean,
in a
that-
So I
long
know
time either.
there's a song that the priest guy sings called Hellfire. I know that for a fact. But we'll look into it. But no. Anyway, How to Train Your Dragon. 9 out of 10 for me. And that's only because I'm a mega fan and there's that one like little story detail that I'm like, but other than that. Well, speaking of fun live action shit that Reno didn't get to watch yet, maybe we'll touch on it a little bit next time as well. But Cells at Work, one of my favorite animes of all time. Nice. Favorite Hershey's?
Pop Rock Hershey's.
Pop Rock,
it
wait.
is on sale.
Pop Rock Wait, what? Pop Rock? What is that?
I ate a Pop Rock. I think it was Pop Rock
white chocolate?
Six or something like that. Yeah, it's very weird.
It doesn't. It doesn't taste fruity. I thought it would like a little bit.
Well, it's just
kind of
the
tastes like.
crackling, and when you're eating something, it's just.
So does it
I wonder if I
crackle?
could-
I mean, it's so creamy
Yeah.
and thick that
Yeah.
like
Yeah, it crackle.
I
My
don't.
camera shit. Here.
I don't. There are some things that should not.
Oh God.
Hey, stop that! Stop that!
Can you hear it?
Yeah, a little bit.
I could hear it a little bit, but yeah, that looks weird.
Yeah. I'm just baffled right now. God. There are some things that should not be created in this world.
Oh.
But anyway, Cells at Work, one of my favorite animes of all time. I think Reno is probably one of your favorite too, right? Like
I
probably
really
like
enjoyed the anime. I mean, I watched that with my wife and stuff, and she even like called her sisters because her sisters are nurses.
They were
And
like,
she called them,
fact check.
and she's all, "This is very spot on to everything," and they watched it too. And then they're all, "It is really good. They really teach you." She's all, "If anybody wants to learn about something, you should really watch this anime." So
that's
yeah, I
funny.
really enjoyed.
Because
enjoyed
wasn't
the
she? I
anime.
remember if I remember right, like the first episode. Because obviously it starts off with like the white blood cells going like, "You goddamn filthy germ," and
Yeah.
like a lot of like killing, obviously because they're killing germs. But that's funny. Education. Did she even have the kids watch it? Some.
Yeah, the kids watched it with me too, and they enjoyed it. I mean, if you're in science class or anything like that, and you have a hard time learning stuff like that, that's a good way to learn.
That's what Kim literally just typed. Facts. Teachers should play them in science classes.
Yeah.
I mean, I do
'cause
that.
if you are bored with any of that stuff, this anime it makes you.
Oh, yeah, you
enjoy
said-
it.
I know you-
Any of that stuff at blood cells?
Well, I mean, like science or science class or.
Yeah, if you're
anything
just
like that,
not,
'cause
if you're
when
having
you're
trouble
learning
like
about-
grasping or learning, and you just don't care,
when
this
you're
will
learning
catch
about
their
that stuff,
attention.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But
that's what I mean.
what did you think of it, Ali? I know you didn't like probably like it as much as we did, but
I think oh gosh, it was a long time ago, and I watched it.
even anatomy class, yeah, especially anatomy class.
Yeah.
But-
But I did like it. I liked the relationship that the red and white blood cell had. I always like a good kind of romance,
You're
even
just a
though there
sucker
wasn't
for
really.
romance. Yeah, even though they're more like to me, they seem like they're more like best friends.
Yeah, best friends.
Yeah, but they're
But
always like, "I got you," and I'm like, "Go get a tiger."
oh gosh. So unfortunately, Reno has not gotten to watch the live action again. We'll get his opinion next time. But Allie, you actually watched it, and you liked it.
20 minutes ago, yeah. Yeah, I think it summed up everything really well, and they did live action, and I mean, it kind of looks like a K-drama, which it's fine. It's whatever.
I mean, it pretty much is, yeah.
Yeah, it's the production. It's not like great, but it gets the emotions across. It's if you watch K-dramas, you know what I mean. But I think they incorporated the real world, like the outside of the body, really well with the inside, and like explaining like how they do in the anime, like how
everything works
my
and showing.
My favorite scene was the poop scene.
That was fucking hilarious.
I don't think they had no poop scene in the.
So in Reno, so this is one thing that you haven't seen yet from the anime. Is like I said, they do go outside the body a lot. So the story does follow a daughter and a dad, right? Following a father and dad, and that's actually the cool thing about this movie. So I know Reno, you did watch it. I don't think Allie probably ever watched it, but you watched Code Black, right?
Yeah.
So the
Code
dad,
Black, and I think they showed the guy like just a little bit, but it wasn't that much.
So the dad is the one that represents like the Code Black body, so like the really unhealthy, dying body, and then the young girl is the one that is the like normal cells that work. Like that's where red, white blood cell are and stuff.
Yeah.
But so in the dad's body, he's very unhealthy, right? Like very unhealthy. Doesn't take very good care of himself at the beginning. And he is a truck driver here, delivery driver, and he takes on a shift, and the boss, being nice, or thinks he's being nice, gives him, I forget, it was like garlic, butter sauce, and fried corn.
It wasn't fried, it was corn.
I heard something.
Butter sauce and fried corn.
Something was fried. It said something.
He gave him the shit.
Yeah, he was in the middle of traffic. So
try to make that.
So the thing, okay.
Write that down.
The thing that's represented, Reno. Right, fine, Reno, write that down. Write that down.
Anyways, continue.
So it's showing like the representation of like him, like the blood cells and the anus trying to hold the poop back, like trying to hold the poop back.
It says in the subtitles.
Yeah, it says like the anus muscles are trying to like hold the poop back, and the poop is just like it's trying its damnness to. It's funny. The poop's like holding signs like equal poop rights. Yeah, and corn, like holding giant pieces of corn. Like they're like protesters trying to riot out of the body. Yeah, it was fucking hilarious.
The guy, red blood cell, and I don't know whatever the other guy, but
that part kind of made me sad. Like towards the end, like it was such a funny scene. I had a hard time being sad, but that part was just like, oh no, the red blood cell, because like one of the red blood cells got caught by the poop and
dragged out.
Oh,
yeah, dragged out. And then apparently,
they I don't remember if like it showed like the red blood cell, the guy one, much in the anime, but it did a good job of using him as whenever she got the blood infusion being the transfer.
So the guy red blood cell that there is shown in there, he's the main character of the spin-off series Code Black. He's he's like the red blood. So in Code Black, and you don't see it in this movie, in Code Black, it's, kind of a nerdy, wimpy it's a reverse role where there's the nerdy, wimpy red blood cell guy, just how it's like the dorky. I need to watch the Code Black one. It's a good one as well. We'll have to, because the Code Black one does go into like, I think that one's more so towards the end about like a heart attack, and the blood cells trying to like recover from a heart attack, and like.
Oh, I think he had cancer.
Did he have cancer? I just remember they were trying to do like compressions on him, and like the rib cages were breaking and shit.
I think it was cancer.
But yeah, in that one, there's a white blood cell who's like this chick. It's represented by like a chick, and she has like this. They kind of showed it off at the end. She has like a giant ass sword because obviously these white blood cells are having to work harder in that body, and
Is that the mother figure in the live action? Is that what she looks like?
No. In Code Black, she literally is like white blood cell but female.
Well, I'm saying like in the end, whenever that her mother figure, whatever, the training of the new
the macrophage.
Is that what she kind of looks like? Is that how they were trying to transfer over into the live action? Do you think?
Oh wait, what do you? No. She doesn't like. If they were going to put her in live action, she would literally look exactly like the white blood cells, but just a girl.
Yeah.
Like she would have like the hat and everything.
She would look cool to cosplay though. Her outfit, I was like.
I mean, it pretty much just be doing like that one thing we used to look at. We looked into the Lolita or whatever, just doing one of those like dresses,
and
then
though.
have the giant ass fucking sword.
Yeah. That'd be sweaty as hell though.
Looks like a Kim Possible fit.
Like impossible.
Looks like a Kim Possible fit. I mean, yeah.
We could all be white blood cells.
White. We could. I mean, well, could Reno be a white blood cell? Could Kim be a white blood cell?
We could just paint them like they did.
What are those other guys with the kill? The kill.
Oh yeah, the killer
the
T
SWAT.
cells.
Yeah.
We could be the white ones, and y'all could be the black ones. when they were in the SWAT, whatever area, you can see the white paint coming off of his ankles.
Yeah. When they were like in their spa area, because
Yeah.
That must have done a lot of work to paint all those people, like.
I would say that's a lot
white.
of people to be in a TV show or movie.
Yeah, because they had a lot of background actors.
Yeah.
Because, man, my dogs really just be. I have like both my dogs down here, and they're both just like laying on their backs, like cozy as hell.
Pick them up like a burrito.
Well, it's hot, so they're the
Well,
coolest.
the coolest part of the house. I mean, I could try to. Nah, I don't need her being like, what up? Knock over computer.
Knocks everything over. End of stream.
But yeah, no, I love. I mean, so what happens in the anime though, for like, and maybe that is what happened in Code Black, but to the dad. But in the live action, the daughter actually gets leukemia, which in this part I actually loved, and it even sparked conversation with me and Kim talking about like cancer and stuff, like different types of cancer. Is they really showed and represented what radiation treatment does to your cells.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they literally just showed like beams of light, and then when it would go over a cell, just vaporize them, and they'd be dead, like in any cell. And it just showed how. It also showed how like leukemia kind of starts, and how like, like the cells, like the white blood cells, kind of just go rogue.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, and then it was fun. So what part did you cry at when she first got diagnosed?
I think I'm trying to remember. I think it was when the dad was told that she had to go through radiation and she like got carried out or whatever, or however somewhere in there. I don't remember.
Yeah. Well, I know Kim cried when the little baby bone marrow started walking around. Things like tears of joy. She had like started having like tears of joy. She was so happy
Yeah. I love the fish, like when they were putting the fish up. And also, it was kind of funny because they got voiced over with English and like
Yeah.
it did not connect at all with their mouths, but
Oh yeah, I try my hardest not to watch the mouth when I watch those like K-dramas or Japanese shows because like they're not synced at all. So it's just like
yeah, it was funny whenever they were asking each other if they would date, and she was just like nodding a lot. I was like, I don't know what they're saying in Japanese or whatever, or Korean, and then they're just like, thank you, thank you, thank you, and I was like, God damn it, people think we're crazy for watching this.
Yeah. No, yeah, those scenes. I mean, when they say certain words, like I think they had her saying "senpai" to the guy.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of like, I don't think that's being used right, but okay.
I mean, it's a crush or a guy that you like.
Yeah, but I don't think you. Yeah, but you don't run up to someone and say, "Hey, crush, crush."
Yeah.
My love interest.
My senpai.
Cringe. But
Call him senpai.
No. Probably just cringed yourself. But yeah, I don't know. That, like Reno, when you watch it, let me know because it was such a good story. Like I said, the first 30 minutes I thought were going to be kind of cartoonish and just kind of like, They're just kind of following like the episodes of the first season, but like live action.
The K-drama though part, like the K-drama acting. I guess that's the best way to put it.
Yeah, well, after a while, because once it starts interacting with like the real world, oh my goodness, it's not as bad because it's just words. But now I'm like picturing her saying it, and I'm like, but once they start interacting with like the real world and then showing like what's happening outside and stuff, it really starts to not like me at all. No. But yeah, I don't know. You'll like it. It's a good story, and I think it still is very educational too. Like it still keeps that fun educational aspect of it. And the poop scene. Yeah. The poop scene was fucking hilarious.
I gotta clip that if I can find it on this website.
Yeah, he was driving, so he's like, and it's just like it's represented so funny.
Dude, the part whenever he gets out of the truck and his ass is clenched, bro, and they're all like, "Don't let him out!"
And, well, it's hilarious too, because when you like. It represents, like, because we've all been there. We've all been at a point where, like, oh my fucking God, I need to shit. I got 10 minutes before I get home. Oh my God, I'm stuck in traffic.
I thought he was gonna get it. What's it called? An ulcer?
Ulcer? Well, he got an anal fissure. Yeah. But it was represented so well because imagine, tell me this is not how it feels.
Oh, hemorrhoid?
Yeah,
hemorrhoid.
He's gonna get a hemorrhoid.
That imagine if this sounds about right, Reno, like how it feels. When the muscles, I thought he was gonna hit himself in the truck when he was stuck in traffic. Yeah, me too, honestly. I don't know how he survived, but when the muscles, because it represented like the muscles and then some of the red blood cells were like holding the line, right? It wasn't just like the poop that was trying to push out as well. In front of the poop was like a line of fucking giant sumo wrestlers pushing against as well. And I'm like, that is the perfect representation of how that feels. Like it is like just a line of sumo wrestlers just trying to push their way out, and you are praying to God.
Clenching.
Yeah, that you could hold it. Oh my God, yeah, that's funny.
His face though when he did poop was kind of funny.
Oh well.
Then they closed up and they're like, "Alert! Second round!" And then he's like, "I'm so sorry, buddy. I will help you out of here." Then he gets swept away and he's like,
No. That's funny.
Yeah.
Now, I watch it, Reno, and then we can talk about like next week or so when we see your opinion on it. When he passes out on the toilet. Oh yeah, he passed out on the toilet.
Well, I think that's health reasons, but
yeah, it has health reasons, but I mean, the feeling's still there. Like I understand. Like we've all been there when it releases, and you're like,
When it releases, yeah, and you feel great, and you made it. You made it to the toilet.
yep, and you made it to the toilet. Sigh of release. Release and relief. But yeah, so anyone who has Netflix would highly recommend. What's the next thing we're going to talk about now? We should probably. We've been on cells at work so long. I'm trying to think of the other stuff.
No, we already talked about the How to Train Your Dragon movie.
Yeah. What are the animes that you said you wanted us to watch for July?
So I don't know why I put this. I think it was just a note for y'all because you guys like One Punch Man, right?
Yeah, One Punch. One Punch.
Season 3 is gonna come out in October.
Oh,
Finally!
yes!
Yeah.
I can't
It doesn't
wait.
have like a date, but it said October, and I was like, all right, I should at least. So if anyone
Yeah, we will watch that. We will
keep up
judge
with
it. The season 2 was kind of bad compared to season 1, but that's fine.
Dan to Dan is gonna be out on July 3rd. I don't. It's probably gonna be
Like season
per-
season 2 or
Yeah.
That's pretty quick. That's pretty quick for that.
yeah.
Yep. Dress Up Darling is July 5th, season 2.
Nice.
Kaiju number 8, second season, is gonna be in July as well. It didn't give me a specific day, but
Hey Rena, do you think with like the use of CGI is how they're like managing to get these animes out so fast now?
I don't know. I mean, I did see where they're just using people to animate now, so they have the bodysuit.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
that could be, a fact if they could let stuff out, but you still have to make the model and stuff like that. So
Yeah, but can't you reuse models for like scenes and stuff? You just have to like.
you could once you have the model made, you could reuse that model as long as all the parts are moving. You might have to redo some backgrounds or something like that. But if they're trying to step up, usually the animation's different or it looks cleaner and stuff, so they would have to redo some stuff. But
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm
I
just
could
curious
see
because
why
it seems
they
like
could let
they're.
it-
It just seems like they're coming out with season 2s of anime so quickly now. Unless they just have it all ready already, or they just are that confident. But usually, most animes like they have to have like their season 1, and then if that season does well, then maybe they'll get approved for season 2. But a lot of animes get like one season, and then that's just it. Because so they don't
Well,
usually
I-
bother.
It seemed like it needed to be 2 seasons because there was just so much stuff, so they probably just did it all.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think Dan to Dan, they did do it all. Like as soon as that was done, they just started working on the next because I think they kind of knew it was going to be good. I mean,
Yeah.
It would
the
fit
the
all
manga-
funny
the manga-
countries.
Well, if you have the
It was
confidence
really
for
good,
it, for
so-
sure. Yeah, I mean,
About damn time for Dress Up Darling.
well, that's been like what 3 years?
Mm-hmm.
Been a long time.
So I'm intrigued to see if the animation will be better or not. Because I mean, Dress Up Darling, like, it's fine animation, but there's not much like lighting, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Well,
I don't know.
we have
Technology.
to see how quick Delicious in Dungeons, how quick they get that out, because that's kind of like an anime that I liked it. I thought it was a really good anime, but a lot of people, it's kind of one of those animes where it's a hit and miss. So I think if that season 2 comes out later or really quick, then we might have an answer to that question of yours. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
because I don't think that was an anime where, I mean, it kind of ended. It did end at a cliffhanger, but still,
Yeah.
that could be a while before season 2 comes out. Because I mean, One Punch Man, that season was freaking forever.
Well,
It seems-
season 2 of One Punch did not do well. That's
Yeah.
why. Because I
That's
don't
why.
think it actually took that long. I mean, like, Google it real quick. Season 1 of... Because I think I was still in high school when One Punch came out.
Um,
You see, that was
there's
December,
also-
2015, and then season 2. And then, so it was a 4 years, so 2015 and 2019, so, I mean, it's been 6 years? So, I don't know what took, you know what really, sorry to cut you off there, Allie. You know what really took a long fucking time, though? And it's crazy, because it was such a popular-ass anime. Hold up. Is Attack
I
on
was gonna
Titan. Go on.
Oh,
Sorry,
yeah.
Allie.
I was
Oh.
gonna say, I don't know how to pronounce this, but Gachia Kuta, it's a manga, and apparently it's being released on July 6th. It'll be on Crunchyroll though, and it is more fighty, kind of sci-fi fantasy. So I thought that we might enjoy it. It's more like fighting scenes and stuff. It kind of reminds me of Kaiju, but
Yeah. So
See, and, like, I wouldn't mind seeing another. I want some more House Husband. I want some more of that. But, I mean, and that's like a, it's a 20-minute anime, because those are really like quick animes and stuff, and I mean those take a while to come out, and I just think it's because people, have to, draw it, come up with the stories, because you want at least, with the short ones, a lot of episodes. So I think that takes a while to do. Where I think Dan to Dan is what, 9 episodes, 8 a season, or was it 13?
Great question. How many episodes were in Dan? 12.
yeah,
so
so
it was 12 episodes. So I mean,
So
it does
season-
take a while.
Yeah.
But
season 1 of Attack on Titan came out in 2013. Season 2 of Attack on Titan then come out 2017. And then season 3 of Attack on Titan didn't come out till that one. Oh no, that's One Punch. Hold up. Yeah, season 3 came out in 2018. So, and then the final season though didn't come out till I think 2023 or something like that.
Are they just going based off of the mangas, or?
Well, usually, that's what they have to do. Most animes are based off of whatever manga they're off of. So that is a problem with some animes, is they catch up to the manga, and then the manga is either discontinued or isn't going on. Same thing happened in Game of Thrones.
Really? Huh.
Yeah, that's why the last season sucked.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's why it sucks
The
so
last
much,
season
because
did suck.
they finally caught up to the author, and apparently the author for Game of Thrones has had like major ass like writer's block. He still hasn't finished the last book.
Oh, really?
Damn.
Yeah, he had like terrible writer's block, and but they wanted to finish the show, so the directors did it themselves.
I'm surprised that they don't just have him be there though on set to at least be like, "Ooh."
Well, he has such bad writer block. He doesn't know what he wants. Like,
So he
And
could
he's-
have just like, no, this is crap.
yeah, it's like, nah, I don't want to. I don't feel like it, or yeah.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, no. So we'll take a look at those animes. Definitely look at One Punch in October. But before then, yeah, we'll watch the anime season 2 of Dan to Dan and see how we feel.
I really do think this anime that I said, I'll put it in the, but I really do think it'll be a good anime. The video of like, the it looks pretty clean.
Wait, what's this? Oh God.
Gachi Kuta. But yeah, it's based on an anime or a manga, so it seems pretty like clean. I think the character designs are pretty cool. It's kind of based off of like items. Like people use these items to fight the things, and it's like kind of like South Side, West Side kind of people fighting against each other, trying to take over their areas and stuff.
Hmm.
So
Well,
I'm intrigued to see how the fighting scenes look.
What side?
West Side, West Coast, Best Coast. Right, Kim?
Oh, Reno, don't be doing that. We don't need people coming to kill us.
Why?
Bring it.
Allie's over here like, I'm from the South Side.
I don't know what's this gang for South Side. We don't support gang activities. You do you, y'all.
Well, you don't do you.
Yeah.
Don't do that shit. But we're saying West Coast is just better.
Oh my god. Oh my
Better-
god.
We got better beaches. Actually, I don't know if that's entirely true. Florida has some pretty nice beaches,
Yeah.
but
Well, Florida's south.
that's still East Coast. Like, if you follow the...
I guess.
That's like saying, you know...
Pretty south.
Yeah, there we go. Kim just said it. West Coast is the best coast. East is trash. As you can tell, most of us have came from the western side. She said no shade, haha.
When I think of like beaches, I think of like New York or something.
You think of
We do it
beaches
for
when you think of New
democracy.
York?
Democracy.
Like on the east side.
On the east
Stop
side?
playing
Oh, like
video
those are the
games
types of
during
beaches
the
you think about?
podcast. Yeah, I don't think of Florida when I think of east.
Wait, are you playing Helldivers while we do this?
Yes, he is. He has his controller. He's been lifting it up, but I'm like, brother.
Well, I mean, he's done a pretty good job of interacting.
Uh-huh.
At least it's better than him falling asleep.
Yeah, that's true. We don't need you going.
Well,
Hey, it's been late nights.
Oh.
funny.
You,
I think that's all we got though for this week, right? That kind of covers everything. Oh no, I was going to talk about the new Xbox. Sorry. So Xbox has pretty much officially came out with. I think we talked about it briefly, but both PlayStation and Xbox have both kind of like announced that they're working on their next generation of consoles now. But the one I'm more interested in is pretty much the Xbox One because it's still. They've released more information about. It's literally going to be an Xbox with a Windows operating system configured for TVs. So,
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
I
are you excited for it?
I want the Xbox Roger handheld.
Oh yeah, the handhelds. They have the new Xbox handhelds.
Yep. But they did say that it's not going to play all the Xbox games. It's only going to be able to play the Xbox games that are PC compatible. So,
Okay, so no console exclusives, pretty much.
yeah.
Well, I mean that's probably not going to limit too much. In fact, you'd probably want it that way because that should give you more options.
Well, I mean, if you have a Steam library, you could play all your Steam games on there. And
Yeah.
I don't know.
That
It's supposed to be way better than the Steam handheld. I forgot what it's called now. But
Yeah.
I really want
Well, I just don't look forward to it because like
I want it.
the convenience of consoles is so fucking nice. You know how often
Do
like
you miss playing?
I miss being able to sometimes just load up my fucking console and not have to worry if my goddamn drivers are up to date or if
I don't really
if
have that issue. You just.
or if a
Click it.
game if a game file has been corrupted.
Still haven't had that issue.
Well, I mean that was.
Well, yeah,
the
but
problem.
you literally just had the problem where you can't download For Honor.
Well, I don't know why though.
Yeah, exactly. That's the problem. The problem you don't have with consoles. You just download the game. There is
But, like,
no.
on PlayStation, it doesn't have Xbox games.
What was
that's
that?
the problem they have to deal with. Like, PlayStation and Xbox exclusives. Like you
Yeah,
can't.
but Xbox has given up their exclusives. They're releasing Halo on PlayStation now. And then if you're a PC player, almost every single game that releases on Xbox is on PC now.
Yeah.
So the only consoles at this point that are gatekeeping are, for the most part, Nintendo and then still technically PlayStation. Technically, not as bad, but they still make you wait like a whole year before you get their games on PC. And the only reason that Xbox players will be able to play PlayStation games is because PlayStation has their games on Steam. And with the new Xbox console, you'll be able to access Steam. If it wasn't for that, they still wouldn't be able to play PlayStation games. So, yeah.
I don't know. I feel like a lot of like the streaming and stuff, like streaming games, is easier on PC, but
Oh, for work purposes, for sure. I mean, I'll keep my PC, and but when I'm doing my own thing, especially because like in my living rooms and stuff, I got big ass TVs. I would like to maybe play some video games on without having to move my entire
I do miss that because I play a lot of video games on my PC now, but I do miss just sitting in my lazy boy and
just
playing
chill.
it, and then on how we used to do it, the Xbox, we'd have the thing where you could talk to anyone and people would just jump in and out and, hey, what are you doing? I'm playing this game.
You had the whole Xbox
different games.
You had the Xbox ecosystem, which made it seamless for like joining voice chats and stuff.
Yeah.
And messaging. It was all in one place. You didn't have to have like 5 different programs running. You didn't have to have Discord up and then the launcher. Oh, that's the other thing. You don't have to worry about launchers on consoles. You don't have to worry about you have to have like the Ubisoft launcher or the Steam launcher or the Epic launcher or EA launcher. You just launch a game. And
does that mean you could play modded Minecraft on Xbox?
No, because you can't play Java. You can't play Java on Xbox.
Well, with a new Xbox, you might be able to.
Yeah.
With the new Xbox, you might be able to. And the other cool thing about it, it won't be as powerful like the PCs we play with or use, but it'll probably be a fairly powerful PC at a much cheaper price, because they always undersell these consoles because most of their money comes from selling games and stuff. So people will actually be able to, experience better gameplay. Because right now, I think the consoles are like capped at like 60 FPS. I think some of them.
How big of a hard drive is it going to have?
I don't know if they released that spec yet. But
and can you
add
modify it? So because some consoles, it's only 500 gigs, and then you have to buy external. Or
with the Xbox Series S,
like 1 terabyte or something like that, you could put in there.
The Xbox Series S, I think it came with a 1 terabyte standard, and then you had to buy memory cards that you plugged into the back to expand it.
Okay. Yeah, because that would be a big deal too, because nowadays 1 terabyte isn't a lot. It's sad to say, but it's not a lot. If you have like a couple games on there, then your space is already gone.
Yeah, the only reason I want to play with Nintendo is to play Zelda or Pokemon.
Don't get me wrong, Nintendo has some decent games, but I just really don't like Nintendo as a company.
Yeah, they're trying to bleed you.
Yeah, well, they're trying to bleed you, and
games are going to be like $80, $90 now just because of them.
Well, some of them I think are 100. But not just like the price point, but like, what's it called? Well, one, their hardware isn't even that good. It's like 3-year-old hardware that they're charging you like $500 for or whatever. I don't know. And then on top of that, their customer service stuff is terrible. Like they literally have it set up in their what's it called? Well, this was funny. It's never going to happen, but they had a thing set up where if you are caught modding or doing anything to your console, so like trying to
Oh yeah,
jailbreak
they
it,
could just shut.
they
They
can
could
just shut it
down
off
your whole
now.
thing.
They can just shut off your console and it'll become a brick.
Yep.
And it's funny though, because it's anything. Because when Nintendo Switch 1 first came out, the Joy-Con sucked. Like they broke all the time. So a guy actually modded his own Joy-Cons and used it, but Nintendo tried to sue him. He wasn't trying. I don't think he was trying to sell them or anything, but he he had to go into the Switch and like mess with the programming to make his own, to connect. They sued him. I think he won, but now to make sure that they can do that, they put in terms of service. If you do anything like physical or digital or whatever, that they can just shut off your Switch. They can brick it because it has to have like a code or whatever to turn on. So.
Yeah.
Like joysticks. So like if you look at a Switch 2, Kim, there's the they have like the two little handle things where they go on the side. They have like the joysticks and the buttons. Those when the Switch first came out, they broke a lot. Either I don't know why or exactly. Sometimes the buttons would stick or sometimes they would just stop working. So a guy modded his own joysticks. Like he went into his Switch and programmed new controllers so he could use it for his Switch because they kept breaking. That's one thing. And then they try to put in their terms of service that you're not allowed to sue them. If you use their Switch, you're not allowed to like sue Nintendo or something, which is illegal technically. I mean, it doesn't hold them in court, but it is something they put in their terms of service. So that's why Nintendo
as a Switch, I don't even care to buy the second one.
The
only reason why I needed a Switch was to get that Pokemon thing.
Pokemon Go. I had a Switch and I played it seldomly, but I pretty much ended up giving it to Miss Alley Cat here, who probably still has it and doesn't even use it.
Yep. Yeah, I haven't touched it once. I did Zelda, but it's because I borrowed the game from Peanut or
Peanut?
Walnut.
Oh, Walnut.
I always call it Peanut. I always call it Peanut. Little Peanut. But yeah, I just really wanted to play Zelda and like Pokemon.
Why didn't you just buy Zelda or buy the Pokemon games for it then?
Because I did I'm gonna play it once and I'm gonna play it again. What's the point?
Well, I mean,
my
Zelda
son has
like that.
always been asking me for that so we could play Pokemon, whatever it is, and I was just still like, I'm not gonna buy something that there's only one game you want to play on there.
Fuck you, bot. No soliciting.
It just doesn't seem,
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, I don't know. There are some people out there who really love their Nintendo games. I can see it for families who try to do more of the family game night stuff, like try and play Mario Kart together, like maybe like 4-player split screen. I don't really think there's that many families out there.
I like playing Mario Kart and stuff like that, but I have the Wii.
I mean, I would maybe when I have kids, and if Nintendo isn't a piece of shit still, like I'll probably look into that, something like that, like with Kim. But I think me and Kim would probably, I think Kim and I would murder each other because we're both so competitive, and I think like I would like blue turtle shell her as she's about to win, and then she'd like slit my throat or something. Or
I would just get the Wii. I mean, the Wii still holds up, and it's still a good console.
Yeah, I mean, for sure, it still holds up. I'm talking like, I mean, I will probably won't have kids, and the kids won't even. I think. Oh, if they came out with a new Wii, I'd get it. I still think the Wii is probably the best console they've ever done. I'd agree with that. But I would say that like again, like in a couple of years when I have kids, I would like to get like whatever the newest version of Mario Kart is, probably. Because apparently now they have an open world Mario Kart. Go figure.
Yeah, right now the Mario Kart's open world.
Yeah, but the Mario Karts that are on the old Wiis are still just as good. I mean, it's the same concept. You're just racing on fun maps. And in fact, I think it's better than Nintendo because you have like the Wii steering wheels.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember when they tried to do the Wii U. That was such a bad console.
I think
Yeah,
like if
that-
Xbox and like PlayStation come out with their own held hand, people are just gonna buy that for their kids instead of Nintendo.
Well, they need to have a seamless transition where they can, because there's two things that Nintendo did really well. They marketed well to families because a lot of the games were supposed to be about like, you know, you can do like the 4 players co-op, you know, or not co-op, but like 4 players can all be on the same TV and do like party games. And then the ability to just pick up the console at any moment and just go, you know, even though the battery life sucks. So, but that was like, you know, the appeal. So if they can make their handheld so they can hook it up to the TV like without any like difficulty, and then like be able to pick it up and go, then I think that they'll have it. Besides just the fact that there'll always be Nintendo fanboys that are like, oh, I want to play Zelda, I want to play Mario Kart, I want to play a new Donkey Kong. There'll always be those people, but I don't think they will be
Mario,
as
Zelda, and
popular.
Pokemon are like the only things that they can gatekeep. Unless people start making games that are like that and create a whole like Zelda-esque vibe and open world and storyline.
Well, they
Like,
tried with Power World.
well, Power World
But-
isn't. It's like
Well,
Pokemon, I guess.
I mean,
but it's not the same.
Nintendo sued Power. I think they're currently in a lawsuit over that still. They're trying to trademark Pokemon or something so that no one else can do anything similar to that. It's the whole thing. But another reason why I don't really like Nintendo, because and then Japanese laws are a lot different than they are in America. So,
Yeah.
but anyway, I'm looking forward to new Xbox console.
Yeah. I think it'd be
What the
fun.
hell?
Yeah. I think especially with kids too, you don't want them to be on a big screen all the time. So having something smaller that they can take on trips and stuff. It's
Yeah.
really helpful.
Well, you probably also
I
don't.
think it really makes a difference.
Well,
Well,
especially being mobile with it. Going on
Oh,
trips
well,
with it.
yeah,
stuff
Oh,
like
mobile
that.
for sure.
Yeah, the mobile.
well, I don't know. I can hook up a whole Xbox in Caddy.
I mean, that's true.
Still need to try that someday.
That's true.
But
Make it short out of it.
I think that
This
definitely
cat
I could
like
definitely see there probably being a better difference. Like if we're talking about like the kid aspect, like as far as like the eyes, because I'm probably gonna make my kids wear blue light glasses when they're young, because apparently blue light's supposed to be shit for your eyes. Even I should probably wear it, but you know I'm old. Allie does it, and I think paying your glasses naturally probably protect yours, but having like them not, because like sitting here next to the screen, like this thing's like what?
Have you seen Jaden?
What's he do? I have not. I know I see him on his tablet.
Yeah, Jaden.
Yeah.
Nephew.
Yeah.
Oh.
So like having them be able to play on a TV that's at least like a whole room away would probably be a little bit better for them.
Yeah.
Maybe. But no, well, they're gonna have phones eventually anyway, so we'll see.
I mean, I probably won't let my kids play with. I'll let them watch TV and stuff, but I probably won't let them touch video games till they're like 7 or 8.
Oh, okay, well, that's more reasonable. I thought you were gonna say like 13 or something for a second. I'll be like, damn.
Well, like they can start playing Minecraft when they're 7 or 8. I feel like when they're 6 and under, they need to be outside. They need to experience things, not just stimulation from TV
Yeah.
or video games.
But we need people to save the galaxy.
Yes, it's like football. If
Save me.
people aren't watching football, then that might get canceled.
Good. America could spend less money on football.
No, we need
Yeah.
football.
Next time on Let's Talk Nerd, let's debate sports.
Debate sports.
Even though Reno only gives a damn about like one sport, and the other three he like follows like loosely.
Yeah.
But all right, well that should
He
probably
really
do
likes
it
men
for. Oh,
tackling each other.
damn, confirmed. That's probably it for this week's podcast, guys. Thank you so much for watching and joining us. Yeah, like I said, we try to do this at least every other week or at least once a week, but that's why it's called on Weekly Not So Weekly podcast. If you guys want to catch all our other content, though, be sure to follow us on our socials. Let's Talk Nerds on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. Except Instagram is Let's Talk Nerds Official. This upcoming week, we'll probably still be doing more For Honor. Probably jumping back into Helldivers eventually. And we will be touching, actually, scratch that. We probably won't be doing Helldivers next week. We will be doing, what's it called again, Reno?
The Firebreaker? We gonna play
Firebreaker. That'll probably be, well, yeah, it'll be a horde
Yeah.
shooter. I mean, that's perfect for horde shooter wins. So we'll be touching that game. And yeah.
I haven't even played it yet. I like was gonna play it, but I was just like, no, I gotta wait so I could have first reaction.
Nice. So, you guys want to see all sorts of fun gameplay? Be sure to follow us and subscribe and do all that fun stuff. Join our Discord. We're still working on getting the link, so figure it out. But
I don't know why I keep stopping. I don't get it.
Stopping.
yeah, we'll figure it out.
Expires.
So you guys can join our Discord, or you can always ask to join our Discord in the chat and join our community. We're trying to plan lots of fun stuff as far as we have fun little Drunk Marvel days, and we have like, I'm trying to do like a little For Honor tournament, fun time sometime with our community members who do play that game, and yeah. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. Have a wonderful day and stay nerd.